Missed dosage and didn't realize it. I was in the hospital a lot. When they did give me medicine, I didn't take it right. I admit to it. I just didn't understand them, and I didn't have the nerve to ask them the right way of doing it. I just didn't have the nerve to ask them, and I didn't want anyone to know I couldn't read.
We had a child that was physically handicapped that I had to do physical therapy on. I would show up on Tuesdays instead of Thursdays for the appointment. I would be exercising the wrong side of the body.
I had an abscess in a ear one time. Well, I had to fill out forms and I couldn't fill out, so I didn't go. I come back home. I ended up having to go to the emergency room that night because it burst.
Can you imagine what it's like, you being a patient and sick, and you know that you have limited skills, okay? And you're talking to an intelligent doctor like yourselves. And these people are using words that you really don't know because they're not speaking in layman's term, okay?
Right.
Most doctors are just presuming that everybody's intelligent as they are, and that is just not the case. So what you do, you come out of that room, that examination room with this intelligent woman or man thinking, God, I hope I don't make a mistake with my medicine because I did not understand anything he or she said to me.
One capsule.
That's right, one capsule.
One capsule. I don't know what this is.
Twice?
Twice daily.
Okay.
Okay.
So how would you take this?
When I see it's not on there, telling you how to take it. It say take it twice daily, but it don't say what time to take it.
Which one is which and what you take them for?
That looks like my medicine that he gave me for the morning. I take that and the little pill that, well, this is this is Lipian, isn't it? Yeah, that's Lipian.
Okay. And what do you take that medicine for?
Don't ask me. He puts me
Okay.
on there and I just take it.
Okay.
Anything he tells me to take, I'll take it.
Okay. So you trust him?
Oh, you better believe it, my life.
Hypertension means, if I asked you what that was? Because when I look at this, I think, well, maybe you have hypertension, and I've been taking care of that for a long time.
Hypered? Hypered?
Like you're hyper? What does being hyper mean to you?
That's where you can't be still. You always got to be doing something.
Do you think I think you're hyper and have hypertension?
I don't know. That's what I consider it.
Okay.
It being, you know.
Okay. But you know you have high blood pressure. Okay, but hypertension doesn't mean the same to you. So if I ask you if you have hypertension, you're going to just think I think you're jumping around on a chair or something like that, something different.
Just being hypered, you know.
Okay. All right. Well, I haven't done a very good job teaching you what hypertension is, because I think you take that medicine for your hypertension, and that's one of the things that I try to work with you on is your blood pressure. And high blood pressure and hypertension, to us, is the same thing.
The same thing.
At approximately 30 or 31, I went into the gynecologist and complained about part of this not working correctly. And he said, we can repair that. Great. I didn't ask all the right questions. When I showed up 2 weeks later at the admissions office at the hospital, they put enough papers in front of me. I'll bet there were 5 papers that I needed to sign. Well, I wasn't going to say, excuse me, but I don't read really well, and I certainly don't read fast, and I'm concerned with some of these words. To me, it was lines and circles over sheets and sheets and sheets. And I wasn't going to reveal my sense of stupidity, so I signed everywhere they told me to sign. Never read it. And then a couple weeks later, in the follow-up office visit, the nurse said, how are you feeling since your hysterectomy? Now, I acted as normal as I could. Inside, my mouth fell open, and I thought to myself, how could I be so stupid as to allow somebody to take part of my body, and I didn't know it?
If you have a reading problem, you go to the doctor. That can be very scary. It's like a nightmare. You walk in that office, and most people, if you realize the first thing you're going to have to do if that's your first visit is fill out a form. Your heart beats real fast. You're scared. You don't know what to do. You want to turn around and walk out. I have.
You have panic attacks. Did I do it right? Is this done right? Am I imagining things? Do I go back over and check it again? I've caught mistakes that I made, simple mistakes.
It paralyzes your thoughts completely to think that you may say something or something is put before you to read and you can't read it. I mean, you live with that on a daily basis.
People sooner or later will discover, and that is your most greatest fear. What day is it going to be when somebody discovers you can't read and write?
I would get mad about something and blame them that this is not the right place for me, you're not respecting me, and walk out. And it had nothing to do with that. It was just I need to cover that I couldn't read this. I didn't want them to know that I'm walking out because I can't read.
So you found solutions that
Yes.
sort of make it work,
Make it work.
and hide the
Yes.
real problem.
Yes.
So that others won't notice.
Right.
Doesn't that take a lot of your time?
Yes.
Doesn't it take a lot of effort for
A
you?
lot. Very emotionally. Yep.
It drains you?
Yep.
Okay.
I am married to an engineer now, and this man has some health issues, so we are in the doctor's office from time to time. We will walk out of the doctor's office, and my husband, with all of that left-brained intellect, will say to me, "What did the doctor say? What am I supposed to do? I don't understand."
I'm going to say, well, one of the things that you can do if you have a really bad pain, I mean, where you can't stand on it and it's really getting in your way, is to use what I call, this is my little pain protocol here. It has ibuprofen, which decreases those little cells I was talking to you about, the inflamed part, and your Tylenol that just works on the pain.
Yeah.
And the I is for ibuprofen and T is for Tylenol. And this just shows you how to do it over the course of the day. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, there's an I, so you use ibuprofen.
Right.
Because you have to have something on your stomach.
That's right.
With that one.
Yeah.
Because this one will irritate your stomach.
Yeah.
So in between meals and at bedtime, you use the Tylenol.
Right.
This way you get something every 3 hours. You don't overdose on either one. So it's IT, IT, IT. And if you do that for a couple of days when it's really bad, then you can just go back to your regular regimen. But this usually breaks the pain pretty nicely. So I know you have a lot of friends with arthritis. How would you explain it to them?
Well, for breakfast, I take I. 10 a.m., I take T. Lunch, I take I. 3 p.m., I take T. I at dinner, and T at bedtime. Is that correct,
That's
Doctor?
going to work just fine.
Thank you.